What's up, everybody? Yep, you're not seeing things. Jeff Meacham is back, and I, I find myself doing this every time I come back in front of a camera, but I apologize. I've not been around, and that's not your guys' fault. To be honest, it's been a matter of just feeling the desire to really do this, and I think part of it is. Um, the craziness of my life as far as, being a part-time parent, being a or a single parent, however you want to describe it. I feel like I'm part-time because I see my son half the time. Part of it is the product has not encapsulated my attention since WrestleMania, really. I mean, I don't know how to post on here or a YouTube video of my own channel. I don't think since Percy Pringle died. I had the one show I did at the studios, excuse me. And I'm not sure if I actually posted that on here or not. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it got hidden or however it went, but I don't remember doing anything with it. And I think that was just the questions were so, I guess, lackluster is a proper term, that I felt that it wasn't my best effort to make a comeback. And I feel that I didn't want to do that, not do a show justice by posting it when it was subpar. Now, you'll notice I still have my Kings playoff beard. I've not shaved. That's not from hanging on to false hope, because we all know the King season is over, those of you that follow the NHL. It's a matter of sheer laziness. I can't find a razor in my parents' house. I'm up here, house sitting, and I just haven't been able to find a razor that will properly take care of the damage that has incurred in the last 2 months. But probably the next time you see me, I will be clean shaven. Hopefully, let's pray to God. And the skull cap is strictly for keeping you guys all from freaking out, because my hair has grown out in places that it can grow out still. Let's face it, I'm getting bald. But I've got a very what's his name? John C. Riley style hair. John C. Riley's hair from Chicago. If you remember Mr. Cellophane, the number, he's got the kind of no hair here and kind of all over the place here. So I look a fright, and I apologize to you guys for coming to you like this, but I figure with a pay-per-view coming up this Sunday, and I'm not sure if the studio is going to do a prediction show. I hope they do, because I'd like to hear Jay and Pinky and Mikey's opinions on the upcoming show, because I'm not going to see them probably until after that show, because I have duties up here in the 661. But I figured, you know what? It's time to get back on track, and I think that hopefully this show will be the start of me getting back to work, and hopefully doing these shows again, because I'm supposed to have 3 shows a week. I haven't done one in 3 months, so it's a little bit of an unbalanced situation there. But hopefully I will feel the urge to do one this week if I can get some questions in. I sent a tweet about 2 hours ago as I typed this to get some questions in to help boost this show, and got nothing back. So all you guys for not responding. I'll give you a tweet out after I tape this to give you guys more of a chance. Maybe I'll tape Wednesday or Thursday before I go get Dylan. All right, so the show is called Payback, WWE Payback. It is this Sunday, live on pay-per-view from Chicago. Let me get the venue clear to make sure I don't. It's from the Allstate Arena, so it's actually in Rosemont, Illinois, not in Chicago, but they're building it from Chicago because, well, they can. And 8 matches altogether booked, including the kickoff to Payback, the Payback kickoff, we'll call it that. The first match is going to be Sheamus versus Damian Sandow. Now, for as much as they've been building this match, as far as making it seem like it's going to be a big payoff at the end of the day, I don't disagree with them putting it on the pre-show, and I'll tell you why. Each of the other 7 matches has either a title on the line or is a huge #1 draw in Jericho Punk. So I think to finally do the booking properly, as far as have the match that's going to have a decent payoff to a little bitty feud they've built on TV the last few weeks, but not have it be a title match on the pre-show is finally a step in the right direction. And I think that this match is going to be very well done. I think you're going to see a lot of technical prowess from Damien Sandow, the intellectual savior of the masses. You're going to see a lot of brute force from Sheamus. And I think they're going to go the opposite way of the last pre-show I watched, which was Miz and Wade Barrett at WrestleMania, and the fact that the babyface won. I'm going to predict that Damien Sandow, picks up the victory over Sheamus on the Payback kickoff. That's my opinion. It should be yours. Okay, now one of them. I'm trying to say how to word this because all these matches are important, but they're not all marquee draws. I think. I'll just go. I'll just go with the Divas match first, or next, excuse me, because first was Sheamus and Sandow, obviously. Um, Caitlyn AJ has been something that has been built over. It seems like years and years and even decades, because it's been the one constant in the Divas division as far as there's always been the build toward Caitlyn AJ, the former best friends facing off, and with Caitlyn being the Divas champion, it finally means more than just a battle of former friends, coming to blows over their internal strife. And I think that the championship might finally mean something if and only if AJ picks up the victory. I'll tell you why. Caitlyn's been champion. Let me check my stats, because I do have them in front of me, courtesy of facebook.com/professional wrestling title histories, which you can find on my Facebook, as well as Facebook in general. You can look that up. It's a great little page. I'm personally proud of this page. Very, very proud of this page. All the picture histories and everything I've put together with WWE Championships and TNA Championships, Ring of Honor. Caitlyn's been champion since January, and as of Sunday, it'll be over 6 months period because it's January 14th she was champion. So a 6-month reign for a division that really doesn't have a whole lot of, I guess, firepower is the best way I can put it. Let me fix that. There we go. Much better. Hi. Is more than long enough. So I think for AJ to win and then to get, the Funkadactyls involved and to bring in, some divas from Florida and really, I always say they need to boost the Divas division. I always pray to God they will, but I'm realistic. They're never ever going to fully get behind the division the way they did when WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus was the top female wrestler in the company. And by the way, I've not been on here since the Hall of Fame ceremony, so congratulations to the class 2013, including my girl Trish Stratus, who announced she was pregnant also. That was a big shocker. And I'll touch more on the Hall of Fame at a later date because I do want to talk about it. It's my favorite night of the year. It has been since they brought it back, more so than WrestleMania, more so than Tribute to the Troops. Hall of Fame, is a look back at the old school, and that's where I come from. So we'll get to that. But since Trish and her golden era, as she put it in her speech, has left the company, the Divas have not been as highly touted, pun intended. But I think if AJ can win and her and Dolph can be a Goldwing power couple, I think maybe, just maybe, we'll see a little bit of an infusion into the Divas division. Let's hope. Um, Dean Ambrose and Kane, U.S. Championship. No real sense in taking the title off Ambrose yet, especially in a throwaway match, because let's face it, you've got Kane against one member of the Shield. You've got Orton and Daniel Bryan against the other two members. It's basically the same three guys have been fighting the Shield for the past however many months now in separate matches. Both those matches are going to go the Shield's way. They're not going to take the belts off these guys after they just put it on them last month at Extreme Rules. They're not going to have the reigns be that short. So I think both those matches are going the Shield's way. Now, you're noticing I'm picking heels a lot, but I'm sure that'll change. Actually, no, it won't. I take that back. I'm going to be wrong on some of these this month, and that's just the way it's going to be. But I think I'm picking more who I want to win. I'm not usually really professional about that. I'm not really doing that very often, but I guess I am this time. Um, I think the Intercontinental match will be a sleeper match. It'll be one of those that either steals the show or just flat out is too clusterfucky. You've got Wade Barrett, who is really, really solid. You've got The Miz, who, let's face it, he's awesome. And you've got Curtis Axel, Joe Henning. I'm calling him, you know what? I decided I'm going to call him Joe Henning, because that's his name. I hate this Curtis Axel stupid name shit. It's ridiculous. So Joe Henning's in there, and the best way they can lay that match out is to have Joe Henning become the Intercontinental Champion, and um, just to give Heyman's other guy a big boost. That'd be the way to do it. Honest to God, it would. And I think that Curtis Axel is the guy to take Paul Heyman into the next few years once Brock walks away again, once Punk decides he's really done and not just kind of half done like he's been the last 2 months. Um, So saying Curtis Axel will win, let me go back and say that Bryan and Orton and Kane will all win their matches, but it'll be by disqualification. How about that? That way the Shield retains, but we've got DQ victories for the babyfaces. Okay. Jericho Punk. My friend Maggie, who lives in Chicago, is going to be at Payback, and she's promised me a big surprise, which would be cool. But she's also promised to cheer for CM Punk. That's her hometown boy. And I honestly can't truthfully fathom Punk losing his first match back since WrestleMania, especially in front of his hometown crowd there at the Allstate Arena. So I got to go with Punk on this one, and whether they take it and run with him as a babyface run again is TBD. But it would be interesting to see if they take the babyface reaction that you know he's going to get in front of that crowd. Now keep in mind, Jericho made his debut there too in 1999 for the WWF. So it could be a matter of two hometown, if you will, boys coming together and both of them getting cheered, but I doubt it. CM Punk, we saw how much they cheered for him at Money in the Bank 2 years ago now. God, it's been 2 years since Money in the Bank 2011. Can you believe that? It's been 2 years since Punk became WWE Champion for the first time. That blows my mind, though. I was sitting in front of my TV 2 years ago watching that. Just unbelievable. Anyway, I can't see Punk losing Sunday in Chicago, in Rosemont, wherever you want to call it. He's not going to lose that match. And let's see, Dolph and Alberto, I disagree 125 million billion trillion percent with this match even taking place on Sunday. Because yes, they've talked about the match taking place. Yes, they've talked about Dolph coming back from injury. But at the end of the day, this match has a 6-day build. Dolph came back to TV tonight on Raw, last night, whenever this goes up. Came back Monday this week on TV for the first time officially in the arena. So to have Dolph not be 6 days out from being cleared, less than a week from being cleared to go, I think is irresponsible WWE's part. I don't think they should do it. And having said that, if they're going to keep the belt on Dolph being out for 5 weeks with a concussion, they're not going to have him lose the first match back. So I got to go with Dolph. And Cena Ryback, I don't even give a shit. I really don't. I'm going with Cena. It's like I said in that tweet, was it a few nights ago? I was watching WrestleMania on DVD, which I recommend, by the way. It was a good show. They had the entire Hall of Fame ceremony, which is just brilliant. Looking back now at the induction speeches, the ceremonies, 2013 is the greatest class they've ever done. I was there for the other two that I was part of, 2005, 2008. So 2013 is the greatest class. The speeches in their entirety are just epic. Even Donald's, even Maria Menounos'. By the way, the first time I watched on DVD, I didn't watch Maria's speech. I didn't want to listen to the booze. It really wasn't as bad as I thought, and it could have been very well edited as far as editing out the crowd noise, but it didn't wasn't presented to the home video audience as bad as the written report she put up there made it sound like. So if it was, WWE did a very good editing job, then bravo WWE editing department. So they did great. Anyway, um, I said when I was watching WrestleMania when I got to Cena versus The Rock that I just it just didn't matter to me. And I was indifferent. Like I was so just hardcore against The Rock in April when I sat down to watch it at Casa D17. And now looking back, it's just like I don't care about either one of them. I don't care about The Rock. I don't care about Cena. And now that I'm looking ahead to Sunday, I don't care about Cena, and I really don't care about Skippy. I don't care about Ryback. He does not affect me like a number one heel should. We all know Punk's the number one heel. We all know the Shield are the number one heels. It's just it's that simple. I could care less about the two world title matches for Sunday. If Dolph's better more than the 6 days, then hey, you know what? Let him go. But honestly, truthfully, I don't care. I really don't. And I don't care about the Cena Ryback match. I don't care if it goes 3 stages or not. I'm not ordering this show. I will attempt to stream it. Yes, I'm going to do something illegal and wrong, but I really don't care. And I will try to stream it to see the match. I do care about Jericho Punk. I do care about the IC title match. I do care about the Divas match. I even care about the pre-show match because it's been a good little build-up to it on SmackDown with these intellectual challenges that Sandow has presented to Sheamus. So I'm good with those matches, but as a whole, this show is not worth my however much Vince wants to charge this month for it. I don't care. All right. That's what I think is going to happen. What do you guys think? I personally would love to do more shows this week. I probably will. I'm hoping when my parents return tomorrow that I can, get some money or get in the kitchen and get my head just shaved and my beard trimmed off because I'd love to come to you guys with a better, cleaner look for a Q&A show that I do this week if I do one. But in the meantime, send your questions in my way at underscore Jeff Meacham, one word. You can Facebook me the questions, facebook.com/Jeff Meacham. There's email. Yes, email still exists, jdmeach1 at yahoo.com. You can email me there. You can email me on the website, which is jdmeacham.blogger. What the hell's the frickin' website, Jeff? Hang on. jdmeacham.blogspot.com. I'll have a post on there probably tonight. Once I get this up and on YouTube, I'll make a post saying send your questions here. You can put your questions in the comments there. For now, again, I am sorry for my absence. It's been 3 months and I just didn't feel it yet. I feel it now. I'm glad to be back. I enjoyed doing this 18 minutes plus. This was an enjoyable experience for me, and I didn't think it would be ever again. So I'm glad I proved myself wrong, and I will see you guys next time on this channel.